Hello, welcome you all in Nandip Academy. I am Supriya Deshmukh. Today we are discussing the question which is our Samarpan answer writing series program. So today's question is from the ethics section. So the question is from the probability sections. While dealing with the questions of a probability, we have to take different parameters in our mind, because by dealing with such questions we have to understand what exactly demand of the question, and the demand of the question, while reading the question we have to find out. So first is finding the locus of the question, and second demand is to finding the focus of the question. So what exactly locus of the question is? Let's read the question. Probability in governance is a cornerstones. What exactly probability? Probability in governance is a cornerstone of a sustainable development. We have to read the question carefully. Then this is the first part of the question, and what exactly the second part? Second part is a illustrate with the examples. We have to write this question in 150 words for 10 mark. So what exactly focus of the question is? We have two different focused area in a question. First is a probability and second is a sustainable development. We have to combine these two focuses with the help of examples. Means we have to put examples over here for value addition in our answer. So such questions are very easy, very tricky, and we have to write crisp and very precise information for such questions. While talking about the introduction of such questions, we can start our question writing a good definition. While writing the good definition of the probability and sustainable development, we have to be very precise with our definition. So what exactly probability is? So probability means there is a combination of a different parameters. For example, probability is a integrity, probability have transparency, probability have accountability in that. Means P is equal to, how we have to remember what exactly probability is? We have to remember with a trick. And what is a trick to remember what exactly probability is? P is equal to Pita. And how we can remember this? Pita to mahan hota hai, right? So probability is also a very crucial keyword in ethics. Pita. P is equal to I plus T plus A. Now the answer is very easy for us to write, right? P is equal to I means integrity, T means transparency, and A means accountability. So this is now situation become very easy. Read the definition of a probability now. Probability is equal to refers to the adherence of the ethical standards include integrity, transparency, accountability in a public administration. So remember this trick. It is very easy and useful in your examination while dealing with a large data in your answer. Okay. After this, we can write our introduction with the sustainable development definition. So what exactly the definition of a sustainable development? Everyone knows what exactly sustainable development. We have to protect, we have to conserve our resources for the future generation as we are using today for our own purposes. Okay, this is the definition. You can write example in a different, write introduction in a different way. You can start your introduction by dealing with directly in example, but for our standard mode we are writing the definition. Okay, this is the introduction part. You can just have a highlight over this introduction. Okay, after dealing with the introduction we have to write our main body. Okay, so what exactly the main body is? We are starting our answer with writing the case study. So what exactly case study? Here I am highlighting the case study of MNREGA, Mahatma Gandhi National Rural Employment Guarantee Act. So this act, how this act is helping to maintain the sustainability in our administration. Okay, so NREGA has launched in India to provide employment. Specifically rural employment NREGA is providing, enhancing rural infrastructure. Okay, so what is it is doing? It is enhancing the rural infrastructure, improve the quality life of a rural areas, rural community. So this scheme of government is beneficial for the rural area to improve their standard of living by providing them daily wages. So how this probability now helping to ensure and increase the efficiency. Now here is a role of any officer to how he can with the help of his integrity, with the help of his transparency, with the help of his accountability, he can implement this scheme in particular area very efficiently. So we can write such things in our answer so that our answer definitely have a good values, good data rather than other aspirants. So comparing your answer with the other aspirants, definitely such kind of a keyword, such kind of a case study, such kind of a good number of data, facts definitely help to increase your at least half mark from other aspirant. Okay, what are the challenges for this scheme? We have to just mention one or two challenges because already we have dedicated our answer in a different parameters. So challenges like NREGA have significant issues of a corruption, then fund misallocation and lack of transparency, which have affected the policy. We can write down such challenges. So after write down the challenges, we have to give the solutions. In our answer, we have to write the solution. How probity is helping to weed out these things. So first is a probity measures introduction. In we can write down these parameters where probity is helping to weed out such problems. First is a social audit. Definitely social audit is helping. Second is a DBT, direct beneficial transfer, and third is a monitoring mechanism. These three things, and we have to just explain these three things with the small sentences so that we can write down such solutions. How probity is helping in a sustainable development, how probity is helping to implement this schemes, this policy for the beneficiary, and how this beneficiary help getting benefit from such a things and they can survive for a sustain for a long period. Okay, we can write down such introduction, same main body for this answer. After this, we can have a very good conclusion. I'm always telling my students in a classroom that conclusion must be a very crisp, precise, so that you will get a good marks. Because what examiner is doing while reading your answer, examiner judging your answer and giving your mark, and while in concluding area, he will be definitely give you half mark extra if you write a good conclusion. So conclusion should be balanced, futuristic. Okay, so what exactly we have to write in a conclusion? So there is no such standard format to write a conclusion, but conclusions should be precise. Probity in governance is essential for a sustainable development as it ensures ethical use of resources. Okay, build public confidence and promote inclusive growth. So this keyword, these small keywords have very impact. They are impactful keywords if you put them in a good manner. First is a build public confidence, and second is a promote inclusive growth. Okay. Now, if you want to write more conclusion, you can also mention how this NREGA scheme is helping involving community and how this scheme help in increasing accountability. So you can write down here. After, in a last sentence, we can write that by embedding probity at all levels. There is hierarchy in the government in all levels. While implementing the policy, we have to be a very precise. Government can achieve whatever the target government have decided, he can achieve with the inclusive and resilient development, addressing present need while ensuring resources for the future generation. In such a way, we can write a very good balanced conclusion so that your answer will be the best answer and examiner will be happy to check your answer. So we deal such questions easily if we have a particular data, particular knowledge of things in our mind, and we can able to think and we are able to write that answer in a flow manner. So I hope this answer will help you to enhance your practice. We are meeting in the next answer writing series. Till then, keep practicing answer. Thank you.